everybody, welcome to another Rick's Picks. Today we're going to be taking a look at the latest reveals of the new G.I. Joe Classified figures coming up in 2006. So, without any further ado, roll that intro. Alright, so now we're first going to start off with the Joes. So, first on our list is Airtight. Now, he looks very much how you would think Airtight would look, from the original G.I. Joe line. So, he has his signature green and yellow outfit, which I really like. I like that a lot. He does have his standard weapon. I never knew exactly what this was meant to be, but I always thought it looked cool. And he also comes with a pistol. So I'm liking the overall look to him. He definitely has that classic American hero G.I. Joe vibe to him. So I'm liking what I'm seeing with him so far. Okay, so now we're going to look at Red Dog and Taurus. So just like Airtight, they definitely have that very 80s look to them. I like the overall look to him. So first off, Red Dog has his, ripped up football jersey, number 1. Looks like he has some sort of shark tooth or something necklace, which looks really cool. He comes with a pistol with a suppressor on it, a backpack, a knife, a football on putting stand, a couple different hands, and 2 types of clubs. So that's pretty cool. Then you got Taurus. He comes with a dagger, 2 types of assault rifles, a pistol, an axe. That axe actually looks pretty cool. I do like the overall look to that axe. And a sword. And this sword is very much like the sword that he had in the G.I. Joe movie. So I like the overall look to him. Now we're going to start getting into Cobras. And we're going to get into one of my personal favorites, the Hydro Viper. Now, I had the original toy for him. I thought he was a really cool looking toy. His overall look. And I'm liking how they do this guy. He definitely captures the whole look of the original Hydro Viper action figure. He has that weird style helmet. Like that, what's the word I'm looking for? Like sea serpent style or merman style helmet that looks real cool. I like that. They even give him the more monstrous flippers because the original figure had that as well. He comes with, some sort of laser gun, or maybe that might be a harpoon gun. His oxygen tanks, some sort of weird knife, and he comes with the Stingray. Very much like the original figure. So I'm liking the overall look to it. And his one hand is an open hand with claws. The original figure had that as well. So they were definitely had the original figure in mind when they put him together. So next on our list, the Cobra Overkill figure. Now this guy, I think, came out later in time when I was slowing down on the G.I. Joe characters because they were starting to get into the brighter characters. Because I don't remember him much, to be honest with you. But he comes with some sort of futuristic rail gun that kind of looks like that big gun. Some sort of knife. Alright, looks like it might hook onto this gold thing here. I'm not exactly sure. And then he has some sort of hook. So he's a pretty interesting character. He definitely has that more futuristic, cybernetic look to him. So I'm kind of interested to see what he looks like in actual toy form. Alright, so now we get into the Dreadnoughts. Alright, so first on our list with the Dreadnoughts is Serana with the Swamp Skier. Now, she's a cool looking figure. From what I learned from her, is she's actually Zartan's daughter. So that's pretty cool. And be honest with you, I love the Dreadnoughts. So the more Dreadnoughts we can get, the better. So she comes with a soft helmet here. Looks like a pair of night goggles. Maybe some sort of glasses. She has some sort of evil looking hockey mask looking thing. I like that. A badass pistol, man. That's a deadly looking pistol. couple alternate hands, a combat shotgun, a machete, and like I said earlier, she comes with the swamp skier. Now, I personally would have thought this should have came with Zartan, just because the original Zartan figure came with the swamp skier, and he actually came with a bin that you could take the swamp skier apart and put it in there for storage. So I like her overall so far. I think she's a cool looking figure. But I do think the Swamp Skier should have came with Zartan. And that's just my personal opinion. And speaking of Zartan, there he is. This is the Ninja Force Zartan. So he has more of a punk look to him that I kind of like. I like these side blades on his arm. That looks pretty cool. He comes with 2 swords. I like the design of the 2 swords. Very Conan-ish to me. You know, they kind of look like a mix between like a Roman sword and like one of Conan's swords or something you would see in a Conan movie. So I like those. He has what looks to be two styles of throwing knives. This little axe thing, I know it's an Asian weapon. I forget what they're called. He comes with a bow and arrow, a quiver, and I'm not exactly sure what this pole thing is with him, but he definitely comes with some cool stuff, and I like the overall look to him. I like this whole punk look. So I'm definitely curious to see what he's going to look like as a finished product. All right. And now that we looked over all the figures, last but not least on our list is the mystery character. Now everybody's doing all sorts of rumors around this guy, from, you know, Wild Bill to Brave Star and all sorts of crazy stuff. But me personally, I do feel like this will probably be a Wild Bill, just because of how the hat looks. He has the double pistols. You know, he has that cowboyish look, and as far as I'm aware, Wild Bill's the only person who fits that bill. You know, so I got a feeling this is going to be a second version of the Wild Bill figure. So, boom. That's all that. Okay, so that was my quick look at all the new figures coming out from 2006. So far, I'm liking all of them. I think they all look great, and I think they're all going to be definitely a great addition to my collection and everybody else who loves the G.I. Joe Classified look. They definitely went very retro with most of these figures, so I really like that as well. And I can't wait to do full reviews on them when they come out. So with that being said, I hope you all did like this video. I want to give a shout out to everybody who helps this channel grow. First on that list is Byron Bassett and his alter ego, Humongous. He does a lot of things to help out with the channel. He's been a big supporter of the channel for some time now. And he also has his own YouTube channel and show that he does every Sunday. So go ahead and check that out in the description. Next on our list is Action Figure Geeks. They're a Reddit channel that I'm part of. They also help out with the channel as well. Oh, they're also big supporters of the channel as well. And they have their own link in the description. And of course, my good buddy Joe Goddard. He's been supporting this channel for some time now, and he also has his own YouTube channel, which his info is in the description as well. And most of all of you, everybody who likes, shares, subscribes, become members, you know, watches these videos all the way through. This channel wouldn't be what it is without you, so thank you very much. Also, I would ask everybody to check out my G.I. Joe playlist and my membership program, plus hit that like, share, and subscribe. They're all small clicks for you, but it really helps this channel grow. So until the next one, late.